Hi, it's Jennifer Massery. I'm back. Welcome back to my channel. So I know I did a video on Tink with the slow feeder. I just wanted to show you how I actually make my hay cubes mash for all those people who were just wondering what I use, what products I use, how I do it. So I have all my stuff in back of me here in the tack room. So the one thing you want to go get is a bucket. Any kind of bucket will do. So I use the same bucket all the time because I feel like I don't want any contaminants to get in there. Like I wouldn't want any soap from like his body washings or baths or anything like that. So I actually have a bucket that I just bought for his feeding. So that's number one. You need a bucket. I have a wooden spoon. That's another thing I bought just to mix it around, because when it's hot in the winter, I like to use the hot water with the kettle, and then in the summertime I like to use the cold tap water, and I feel like the wooden spoon really helps. So the next thing I have is a kettle. I got this at Target. I think it cost me $19.95. I will actually put pictures of what I bought in the end of my video so you can see. So I like this for the barn because it's plastic, and you open it up and you just fill it right to the top, okay? And you put this in the bottom here, you plug it in, and you push down this little button and it turns on and it heats up your water. And the reason why I like this, because like I said, it's plastic. They do have other ones that are glass, and I find that I'm clumsy. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm clumsy. So in a barn, I like to use the plastic ones. And this has a max of 1.7 liters. So I usually put 1 quart of the hay cubes, which I'm going to show you which ones I get. And then I usually put 1 of these full things of hot water and then 1 full thing of tap water, and I let it sit for about half an hour, and that usually does the trick. So that is next. I keep everything in a bag because I like to keep everything clean. Now the next thing I went out and bought was the hay cubes. These are Stanley hay cubes. You can use which other kind of hay cubes. Here they are. So the hay cubes can either come in alfalfa, or they can come in alfalfa/Timothy. That's the ones I get. The reason why I don't get the pure alfalfa is I feel like the Timothy is better for him on his stomach, in the sense where he doesn't need as much protein. It is a treat that I give. It is not a food. It's actually a treat that I give after I ride or after he's turned out. And I only give him a certain amount per day. I don't go over it, and it's not his main food that he gets. So I did purchase a container. This container here, I think it cost me $39. I purchased the container. I wrote his name on the front, Tink, so everybody knows. I also purchased a scooper, which you can get one at Smart Pack for like $7.95 or wherever. So I normally give him about 2 quarts. So how I make this is I have the hay cubes. I poured them into this container, and the reason why I have the container is to keep out any kind of, I guess, you know, animals, rats or anything, keep it fresh and keep it from getting moldy or whatever, you know, water. So, and I use the same scooper, and the scooper does not get wet because I don't want to put any kind of dust and, like I said, any kind of water and create mold. So I will actually use the scooper to get about 2 quarts of the hay cubes. You can see me doing that. So it's filled to about here, and I have my bucket. And I'll take my bucket and then I'm going to pour it in. And then I can put my scooper back, and it looks like this. It's like filled halfway. It's not really filled. And what I'm going to do is I am going to heat my hot water, and then we'll go from there. So as you can see, I have my hay cubes in the bucket. I am heating my hot water. I have my spoon all ready to go. Now when the clicker comes up, I will pour the water into the hay cubes, and that'll be about 10 minutes later, but we'll see what it looks like. Hi everyone, so it's been about 20 to 30 minutes. Luke, that's my son. Tink was out playing, and I've been making his mash, and here it is. So as you can see with the extra water, it definitely started to just turn to like a mash, and I've been using my spoon, churning it up. Now here's the most important part that you have to do. Not only are you going to use your spoon to churn it up, you have to make sure that all of the cubes are broken up and they're all the same consistency. And then the other thing is you're going to have to check the temperature of the water before you give it to them, because we won't want it to be too hot where they burn their esophagus or burn their mouth. Okay, so after I'm done churning it out and making sure, I just like to stick my hand in there, check if there's anything that I need to break up, and then also after that I also am checking the temperature. So now I'm going to give it to Tink. I'm going to show you how I give it to him. I know I've done this before, but he has a slow feeder. You can either stick it in their food bucket or you can stick it in the outdoor bucket. He needs a slow feeder because he gets very excited and he starts to cough and choke and eat it too fast. But I will show you what that looks like. Hi everybody, so I'm in Tink's paddock, and I'm going to show you how I feed him. So I know I had talked about this before. I do have a slow feeder for him. It looks like this. I'm going to give him the mash and the slow feed, and I'm going to show you how I do it. So I already rinsed out his slow feed because I like to make sure I rinse it out. He's getting very excited, very happy, and I'm going to get the mash. So I have it in the bucket. We already checked the temperature. I know the consistency is good. So I'm going to pour it into my slow feed. I'm going to make sure that I get the consistency in each of the holes. I want to get the most of everything in the holes, like all the bulky stuff into the holes. Okay, your hair might be a little dirty after, but that's okay. And then I'm just going to basically just rinse off everything, put it away for tomorrow. So that's how it works. And we can see Tink, he's having a good time. He is outside. He lives half out and half in his stall. He loves it. But that's basically how it looks. All right, so if you're having trouble slowing your horse down, this is how we make a mash. And you can do that with grain as well. All right, thank you.